There are so many people moving to Bend, Oregon because of how amazing it is. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about the not so great and, well, okay, let's be honest, the worst things about living in Bend, Oregon. Let's get to it. Hi there, welcome to or welcome back to the show. I'm Carin Jackson, your Bend, Oregon real estate expert with Living in Bend, Oregon. I share all the ins and outs of living in one of Oregon's best towns and areas. I cover it all from neighborhood guides, pros and cons, and things to do. Now, while I enjoy making these videos, I love helping people find their dream homes even more. I get contacted all the time to help people moving to Bend, Oregon from other areas, and it's truly become my passion. My contact information is below, so you can reach out to me if you have any questions at all. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you get notified whenever a new video drops. Okay, so I'm going to list the top 5 worst things about living in Bend, Oregon. I really didn't want to make this and talk about generic stuff like it snows a lot. I wanted to talk about the things that really bother me about living here. Things that really affect life and can make a difference on whether or not you will actually want to live in Bend. Number 1, the train. Who doesn't love a train? This girl, me, I don't, especially when it stops across 2 lanes of traffic and can keep you sitting for over an hour. Oh, and did I mention I also hate when the train blows its horn in the middle of the night when you are trying to get some sleep? All aboard! But I know I can't be the only one. So, Bend, Oregon has a freight train system that runs through the town every single day at various times of the day. It's not on a schedule, so it's extremely hard to predict when it will run. To try and brace for it, or if you are driving, go a different way. I lived in a neighborhood here in Bend called Foxborough, and the train runs right next to it. With the windows down, you can definitely hear it when it blows the horn when it crosses Reed Market. I'm actually making it sound worse than it really is though. The train itself is pretty quiet and makes more of a whirring sound, and the horn doesn't get blown for too long. After a while, I actually got used to it. Although I can't imagine getting used to it if I lived right in these particular homes. I must be wrong though, because these homes don't turn over that often. The real issue with the train is when it stops across all lanes of Reed Market, blocking all the traffic. Most of the time it's only for a few minutes, but there have been times where it was blocking traffic for over an hour and a half.
Thought there was a big backup on Reed Market Road in Bend this afternoon? You weren't alone. A Burlington Northern Santa Fe spokesperson confirmed a locomotive picking up cars in Bend had a mechanical issue that left the engine and its cars stopped, blocking the crossing at Reed Market Road. One driver tells News Channel 21 he waited 90 minutes. The spokesperson says a mechanic was sent to the train and it was able to clear the crossing around 4 p.m.
For just a lucky few that happen to get stuck in this, you have opportunities to turn around, but for others, you're stuck. There is a loading station close to the road, and when it needs to load the freight, they will absolutely block the road. It's a horrible design. But I heard a rumor that an overpass was going to be built for the train to go over the road. This would solve both the issues of blocking in the road and the train having to blow its horn right here. Fingers crossed this actually happens. Number 2, isolation. Bend can feel like an island at times. If you live anywhere with a decent sized population, you're probably used to cities kind of just running in together with not much land or space in between them. Here in Central Oregon, it's very different. Bend is the biggest city for at least 3 hours, and we only have around 100,000 people. We do have smaller neighboring cities, but if your lifestyle includes shopping, activities, concerts, and basically just going out on a regular basis, Bend is it. In the winter, it can be extremely difficult to get in or out of the area by car because the roads can be snowy and dangerous. A year after I moved to Bend, my dad came to visit in December for my daughter's birthday as a surprise to her. A bad storm blew in and brought with it tons of snow and black ice. Even though my dad was driving a 4-wheel drive truck that was way down in the back, he hit some black ice, spiraled into the other lane, and was hit by a semi. Thankfully, he's okay, but if he was hit 6 inches further up the truck, I don't think he would have been that lucky. Now, no one drives into Bend to visit us in the winter. Redmond does have an airport for those that do need to travel and want to avoid any road dangers. Another issue with being isolated is that we don't have as many services or attractions as larger cities or metros. If you need a medical specialist, you may find you'll need to drive to Portland to find them. Like to shop a lot? While Bend does have some shopping, if you want to find anything above Target besides some local boutiques, guess where you're headed again? Yep, Portland. Want to take the kids to a big water park, amusement park, or zoo? We don't have any of that here in Bend. Number 3, it's expensive. When we first moved to Bend 6 years ago, the median home price was right around $350,000. Now the median list price is $894,450. That's a huge change in only 6 years. The Bend housing market is absolutely insane because we have so many people, like myself, moving here from other areas because our outdoor lifestyle and weather is off the charts. I recently did a video on our housing market and what's going on if you'd like to get a more detailed idea of what exactly is happening here in Bend. And you can check that out by clicking the little link right up here. But to give you a general idea, we have less than a month's worth of inventory, when a balanced market is 6 months of inventory. We just don't have a lot on the market for people to buy at all. There isn't a price point here where anyone is getting a break either, but it's especially hard in the $500,000 to $600,000 price point. These buyers are being hit with the rising interest rates and having the biggest pool of other buyers to compete with. Are you possibly in for a long, difficult road? Well, yes, but is it going to be impossible? Absolutely not. I'm still getting clients into contract and people are getting into homes, but you're going to have all of your ducks in a row. You need to be fully pre-approved before you write a single offer. Otherwise, you will not get that home. Being able to tell the seller that you are basically all ready to go with underwriting and the only thing that you are waiting on is the appraisal for the home is going to go a long way in winning that offer, especially if they are in contract to buy another house. I have a ton of other tricks up my sleeve to help your offer blow the competition away. So make sure to reach out to me when you have made your decision to move to Bend, Oregon. One good thing about the rising home prices is that you will definitely build equity over the next couple of years, since the growth of our town is not slowing down with all the people moving from other states. Number 4, the winter. It's long, it's dry, and it's completely unpredictable. Let's start by talking about how long winter is, or at least how long it feels. To me, it feels like we have 7 months of cold winter weather, 1.5 months of spring, 2 months of summer, and 1.5 months of fall. Bend does get a lot of sunny weather, but what they don't tell you is that it's sunny and 20 degrees. You do acclimate pretty quickly, and because it's sunny, it's cheerful and less depressing than other parts of Oregon that get a lot of cloud cover. Even when it snows, it doesn't feel as cold as it could because it's very dry and not humid at all here in Bend. You will need to stock up on lotions, moisturizers, and humidifiers to help bring some moisture into your home. I've even found I run through my mascara quicker because it dries out before I can even use the entire bottle. Another good thing about this dry air we have is that my hair doesn't get as frizzy like it used to in California. Okay, let's talk about the unpredictability of the weather in Bend, Oregon. Making any kind of driving plans from November through April can be a challenge. The weather forecast can change daily, so planning anything outside during these months can also be an issue. Number 5, the fires and the smoke. If you suffer from severe asthma or have a heart condition, Bend in the summer might be an issue for you. We live in the middle of a national forest. I'm sure that's why some of you are considering moving to Bend, Oregon. But July through September is our fire season, which can make some of those outdoor activities you want to do nearly impossible. Smoke also blows in from California, Washington, and even Canada, depending on how the wind is blowing. It can be weeks at a time where the air quality is unhealthy and unsafe for outdoor activities. There have been times my daughter was stuck inside during the last few weeks of her summer vacation, and even when the kids were back to school, they had to stay inside at recess because the air quality was so poor. Like, you literally can't see across the street, the smoke is so thick. A little helpful tip, don't forget to change your air filters in your house and your car after fire season. You'd be surprised at how dirty those things get. Those are my top 5 worst things about living in Bend, Oregon. And to be honest, I'm a pretty positive person, so coming up with this list was hard for me, mostly because I freaking love Bend, Oregon. This place is special, and moving to Bend was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Moving to Bend, Oregon can be overwhelming and difficult, and having an agent that knows each neighborhood is important to help get you into one that's perfect for you. I can help you out with all of that. You just got to reach out to me and give me a call, send me a text, or shoot me an email. I got your back when moving to Bend, Oregon. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel to get notified whenever I release a new one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.